Hey everybody, it's John Hope Bryant, founder, chairman, and chief executive officer of Operation Hope, author of How the Poor Can Save Capitalism, Rebuilding the Path to the Middle Class, and Love Leadership, the New Way Lead in the Fear-Based World. I've been told also to talk about my other book, Banking on Our Future, which I also wrote, so I'm bringing that to you. When you log on, and I gave you no notice, I'm here at Clinton Global Initiatives in Atlanta, Georgia, with President Bill Clinton, and this very nervous person next to me, Mary Ehrsam, Mary Haggerty Ehrsam, who I'll introduce in a moment. So we're coming to you live. Hello, as you're logging on, put your comments down below. We're talking about the decade of the woman and women entrepreneurship, and this is part of the Women's Series in my Civil Rights Series. Thank you all for getting us over 5 million videos viewed in the last 3 months. Civil rights, straight talk, no unbossed, unbought, coming to you unvarnished and with a focus on your empowerment. So this is Mary Haggerty Ehrsam, otherwise known as Frightened, for doing this first session with me. She's just got recently promoted. She's our new president of our Office of Partnership and Operation Hope. Say hello, Mary.
Hello, everyone.
And you may think she's Caucasian, but she's actually an honorary black woman. She's been to Africa more times than I have. She's been to South Africa more times. How many times have you been there, Mary?
25.
25 times, more times than I have. She's a bad sister. Mary came to me when she was at Habitat for Humanity years and years ago after the Rodney King riot. She had built 35 homes in Watts, California. This little girl from New York built 35 homes through Habitat for Humanity in Watts, California, and said, I want to be part of this civil rights movement. We didn't call it civil rights back then. I'm be part of this movement. And I said, well, I don't have a job for you. I don't have a salary. So, you want the job, go sit over there and figure out how to earn your own pay. And so she did, right? And so she's been with me 20 years. She only looks 22. I'm not quite sure she figured that out. So we're honored to have her with me. She's frightened. Hopefully I've got her relaxed. Okay. We're going to talk about women entrepreneurship. We only have a little bit of time because we don't want President Clinton to come in. No, seriously, we got a call to do here at 3 o'clock. So we'll make sure we answer some comments. These comments are flowing in already. Okay, so the decade of the woman. First of all, I'm going to do a piece in Essence Magazine about this. But I keep saying this is the decade of the woman. When Chelsea Clinton and I were on stage at the Hope Global Forum's annual meeting, I talked about this. We're here at the Clinton Global Initiatives meeting, and we may end up with the first female president in America's history. She's already made history, Hillary Clinton, as the first female to be nominated to a major party as president. But we also have the Chancellor of Germany, Angela Merkel, the largest economy in Europe. We have the head of the IMF is a female. The head of for the first time in history, the Federal Reserve Bank chair, Janet Yellen, is a woman. We have all these sheroes. You have people like, of course, Oprah Winfrey that are better known, but you have women that are running Fortune 500 companies that are succeeding at all levels. But then you have a layer of this that's not so obvious, which is really this thing we call entrepreneurship, which I keep harping on, right? And I think that women don't give themselves enough credit. My mother, Juanita Smith, in Compton, California, worked at McDonnell Douglas Aircraft, now Boeing Aircraft, she told me, the man will set your salary, but you decide your income. It's a bad woman. My mother got divorced from my father over money, so I asked him, are you going to get married again? She said, maybe, but if I get married again, he's going to be a BMW, a black man working. My mother's a bad sister, and my mother has an 840 credit score, bought and sold 5 homes, working on a salary, paid them off, all 4 of them, and actually paid off all of them, and was able to live her own life. But when she was working at McDonnell Douglas Aircraft, she was also making handicraft and selling them to her coworkers. She's making food and selling them to her coworkers, taking candy and making candy and selling it to their coworkers. She couldn't afford to go buy these things and resell them, so she made them herself, and in that way became a bit of an entrepreneur, but really was able to create the life that she wanted to have for her children. If you go to the Middle East, women can't drive a car in Saudi Arabia, as an example, have a bunch of other rights that are reserved for others other than them. But now, what's the largest group of entrepreneurs emerging in the Middle East? Women. What's the largest group of entrepreneurs emerging in the U.S.? Women. What's a black woman raising raising a child on their own? a miracle worker, and probably an entrepreneur. You have an entrepreneurial mindset, over it, around it, through it, I'm going to get to it. So we want you to reimagine what you can be and what you can do. I'm going to do a whole series on how you can start a business for $5,000 or less. Mary, you had an example of some young entrepreneurial women who started a bit of a a beauty care business. Tell them about that.
Sure. So a company called Dermalogica had an initiative called FIGHT, and that stands for Future Entrepreneur Women's Initiative. They made a $20,000 investment in 8 women that were earning minimum wage, and what this paid for was their becoming an expert and in the skincare business. And as such, they will start their own businesses, but they didn't have the mindset of being an entrepreneur. They didn't have the technical skills.
So they had the hustle, but not the expertise.
They had the desire. They applied for this program. They got approved, but they needed to set up business loans. They needed the whole package. So Operation Hope worked with
And what's the name of the company again?
Dermalogica.
So you've seen Dermalogica offices, places, I'm sure, but this
Yes.
wasn't for a real brick and mortar building. This was for a unique franchise opportunity, right?
Yes, exactly. And
Worth about how much?
20 grand. I mean,
And they
they
waived it,
donated
right?
that, yes, to every single of the 8 women.
It wasn't a handout. It was a hand up. It was an investment in who they could be, right? Yeah.
And Dermalogica knew that we needed the whole picture. They needed all the skills and, for the persevere, and that also needed to build up their business. So after this startup money that they had, that they could then apply for a business loan and take it to the next level.
Which we helped them with.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Operation Hope.
So I had the privilege of visiting one of the entrepreneurs after she graduated. She was up and running at her salon in Soho in New York City. So she went from working in a retail facility, making minimum wage,
Yep.
to working in her own salon business in Soho.
Boom! So if you can't get a job, create a job. If you don't like your job, then create a new job, create your own wealth, and don't say never. Never, ever, 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 ever give up. So this young lady went from minimum wage to making her own wage, right?
That's right.
Now, was this her own salon or somebody else's salon she took space in?
Yeah, it's a dermatological salon, and each of the skin experts have a place that they can use it to incubate their business.
Okay, so ladies, you go get your hair did. Your hair done every week or 2 weeks or whatever. Get your hair did, or as my mother would say, my sister Mara Hoskins would say, get your hair did. When you go get your hair did next time, go get your hair done, I want you to think about this as a business opportunity. Think about all the women coming through that salon, that beauty salon, or wherever it is you go get your hair done. What else could be sold there? Could you sell candy there? Could you sell handicraft? Could you become some kind of an esthetician? Or what license or skill can you use to leverage on somebody else's infrastructure? You don't need to pay the rent and the lights, utilities for somebody else's salon. You can share revenue with the salon owner and create your own business. Now think about how many beauty salons there are in America. Okay? So now, ladies, you have
In the world.
In the world, right. So wherever you're watching this at, you can create your own business using the platform of somebody else's investment and help them do better, and you succeed too. This is just but one example of that. And we're financing, black women are financing the dang on weave care business. I mean, the weave hair business. And all those weave manufacturers are mostly Asian. Don't be mad at them. We could have done it. We didn't. Well, I'm just saying that we don't even own the companies that are selling us the hair products, the hair weave and all the beauty care. We used to have our own beauty companies. Now most of them are conglomerates, and many of them are Asian owned. We can create our own. One of my cousins, Lamar, has his own product in the beauty hair business, so much love to you. But you can get on the retail side of this and do the sales piece, which is what we're talking about, and still build your own wealth. Okay, let's see if we can take some questions. Great advice, LaShawn says. Trina Ground, the feed is not showing up. The feed's not. I got a clear line on this side. Can you guys see this? I'm sure you'll tell me. If not, what if you don't have money but skill like cooking, doing hair, catering, but have no means of funds, willing to work hard to succeed? Okay, do what my mother did, North Carolina. That's Bonita. The example I gave of my mother, she didn't have any money, but she had skills. Capital comes from the Latin root word capitas, knowledge in your head. So she took her skills of being able to cook. She wouldn't, the same money you'd spend to go get some groceries from the grocery store, she just simply bought 20% more product and went and sold it at church, sold it at work, sold it at the club meeting, and I'm telling you, you can also use that hair salon, that beauty salon, that barber shop, that nail salon as a place, as a platform for you to create a business opportunity. And one day you can be here at Clinton Global Initiatives profiling not just what you're doing for yourself, but able to give back, make a commitment to your own community, to take our communities back. I don't see enough of this here. That's because we are so busy hustling, trying to make a living. We're not yet figured out how to make a life, but we're going to fix that. Because whatever goes around,
comes around.
Yeah, see, I told you she's honorary sister. Okay, okay. Courtney, Zoe, Cool, Eva, Inspire the Youth, many thanks. Rakita, hey Rakita. Glamour Gold Label, Gerald Lamar. That's my cousin that has the business. Matt Tuff. That is right, John. A lot of that hair comes from China and India, and now China is joining with carrot bars, helping people to come from. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm not promoting somebody else's business. I've heard a lot about this carrot. I don't know anything about carrot bars. I'm not promoting it one way or another. What about the music? I'm not sure about the music. What's the question? Bonita, thank you so much. Bonita, thank you. Tony, Celis, is there a link between an intern navigating an intern navigating get started? It's a great example. What can an intern do? Think about trying to become an intern at a hair salon. Think about go approach. What's the name of this company?
Dermalogica.
Dermalogica. Write the CEO letter. Say, I want to be an intern. Think about whatever manufacturer you admire in the healthcare space, ladies, and write them. If you're a young lady, write the CEO, write the general manager. No, go for the CEO. You're going to get a no at the top. Okay. Write the CEO letter. It takes just as much energy to succeed small as it does to succeed big. Why not go out big? Write the CEO letter, said, I would like to be an intern. I just need 15 minutes of your time. I have skills that I'm sure that you would appreciate. How much time do we have? Okay, I'm late for the CEO of Gallup. I'm trying to get some money out of him. So I'm sure you appreciate that we gotta go. You don't have to go, but you gotta get the heck out of here. And before they kick us out of this ballroom, which we are holding hostage for this video, just for you. I hope you've enjoyed this. See if I recognize a couple more names. County Boy Zoe, I want to work for you guys. Love it. Civil rights. By the way, tell everybody to like this page for John Hope Bryant. Subscribe to the link. Go to Hope Global Forums and John Hope Bryant on Facebook. Subscribe. It's free. This is Civil Rights, Unbought, Unbossed, coming to you straight with a series of straight talk series to take your life back and change your life. This is reality TV for grown-ups. All right, we're making smart sexy, aren't we, Mary?
Yes, we are.
Wait, see, that was a sister's handshake. Look at that. All right, peace and light. Bye.